Hello, hello, hello. It's Private Talk Podcast with Alexis, Texas, and we're back with another episode for season 2. Today we have on the couch Lexy Panterra.
Hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you,
We're going to
everyone.
give you a warm welcome here at Private Talk.
I like it. We get our sexy voice on.
I always have a sexy voice. When the mic turns on, Miss Texas has a voice.
I got to work on mine.
I think you have a sexy voice, Lexy.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on Private Talk. I appreciate you for taking the time. I know you're a busy woman out there, especially during all these crazy times.
Working.
So let Private Talk know what you have going on, who you are, and why you're gracing us, your beautiful self, on this couch.
Well, I have a gift for you, first of all.
Ooh.
Which brings my first topic, baddie vibes.
Baddie vibes. I like it. I have some questions about these baddie vibes. I like this. I like that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So baddie vibe, I'm Lexy. I do a lot of things. I have a twerk out class I created. I'm a singer, an artist, clothing brand. I'm very into my brands and passions, and I get heavily
So what are you
into
using
them.
your OnlyFans platform for?
Since
you do everything.
I do. I'm the first artist to drop a music video on there.
Awesome.
So I just thank you. I just kind of thought I liked being very different and thinking outside of the box. So I was like, how do we monetize our content right now? When first of all, the world is going through what we're going through. And as an artist, it's not easy making money in the business, period. So I was like, what platform can I use to monetize this stuff? And I hadn't been twerking for a long time because I was focused on my music and stuff. So I was like, what? If I started twerking a little bit, I probably can get some feedback again. So I started doing that.
Videos
I was.
On OnlyFans.
Yes.
Okay.
Twerking videos.
To your own
music
songs.
videos.
Baddie Vibes is a song.
Baddie Vibes is a single on the album.
Hey, congrats.
I'm doing a lot of things on there. I'm doing personal videos, singing videos, literally just every part of me that you'll get on there.
Exclusive Lexy.
Exclusively, yeah.
So what are the benefits of having an OnlyFans?
Sheesh. Like I said, monetizing. Like, it's not easy to monetize as an artist, and especially like a sexier artist on like YouTube and stuff, because I don't know, I just feel like it's not paying as much now. So OnlyFans is a great platform that I found that gives our money back.
I feel like I'm a twerking queen. I have my own, I used to do when we could actually go out in the world. We have exoticas that we have in the adult world that I hosted a twerk contest.
Oh my gosh.
It was a lot of fun. So maybe
we're going to have to do a collab.
Maybe we should do a collaboration
Absolutely.
Twerking, Lexy.
I know you guys want to see it.
2 Lexy squared, 2 big booties.
Yeah.
So do you get a lot of hate or admiration from big booty girls?
Both, I would say. To be honest, most of the haters are the men.
The men?
Really weird, awkward. I don't know why. But women, I think, embrace me.
In what way? Like, what are they just being like, stop twerking, or you
that
can only
always
twerk,
always.
or you can whatever. Like,
yeah, stop singing, twerk, and I have a really great voice, But obviously, they like my booty, and I don't blame you. But don't put me in a box. I do a lot of things, and I'm really good at it, and I have other passions. But
so, what would you say to someone that tells you, stop singing, you just twerk?
Go fuck yourself.
You're like, I'm multifaceted, bitch.
I'm sorry you can't handle all this talent. You might only have one, but I got multiple.
Let us know.
I have multiple talents, and I'm down to show them.
So what are your multiple talents? Tell us, Private Talk.
I dance. I act. I'm a businesswoman on top of it all. That's like first.
A true entrepreneur.
I mean, I was selling Pokemon cards in elementary. I was getting my money.
You were hustling.
I was not playing. Yeah. So, and it started there, and it just kept going and going. So, and then I'm an artist. So ultimately, I just like any creative space. That's
so.
Me.
What do you have going on besides your OnlyFans right now?
I'm working on a new album, and I'm working on promoting "Die Before You Love Me" on this Baddie Vibes album, and it's I did this song about 4 years ago, and it was finally time for me to put it out. So I put it out on this album, and hopefully I'm working on performances, and figuring out what that is and what that entails right now in the world. And I want to hop on tour. So as soon as the world opens up, I hope those opportunities come to me, because I would love to get out and perform.
So with COVID times, obviously, we can't do those things right off the bat. Yeah. What have you learned during this pandemic time?
I've learned a lot about myself. We're spending so much time alone now that I can finally see what makes me happy, and do those things that I love, and find out who I am and what I stand for, my morals and all that stuff. And I got to build a really good team around me. I'm an independent artist, and I've built a fucking squad. So I'm proud of all of these things that I've accomplished during quarantine. I've definitely didn't stop working. I'll tell you that. I've probably even worked harder.
So it's just made you kind of like redirect things, but you just go after your team, your, you know, your image, your brand.
Yeah, image, brand,
everything.
exactly. Honing in on who I am as an artist. You know, you go to my Instagram, you're going to know exactly who I am because I do so many things, but ultimately I'm an artist on top of it all.
When did you start rapping?
Rapping was really recent. Actually, if I take it back, like when I turned 19, my first record ever, someone wrote for me and I was rapping in the very beginning. I'm not going to say I was the greatest. Like I definitely got better. But this past album has been my start to rapping, and I fucking love rapping because I can talk shit. I get more of a story out. I can't really do that with pop music, and I can like I dance on stage and like I'm active and fucking hyper, so like it matches like my aura, you know, and I feel hella comfortable like rapping. It's just fire.
So do you have a ghostwriter or do you write your own raps?
Both. I have writers that they're never ghostwriters. I definitely credit them on my album. So I love writing with people, and I write my own stuff as well.
So you being so animated on stage and you being like that person, do you feel like it's more when you write your own the lyrics, or is it just a song that speaks to you that makes you a creative and that just comes out anyway?
Yeah, it can be any record. I don't really care if I have to write it or not. If I can relate to it, I'm in it, and I can probably fit into it.
So tell me about an artist that you would love to work with. Drake.
Love Drake. I love Drake. I'm very into R&B, and so you'll see more of that this year. Like I'm definitely putting out some R&B records.
I'm an R&B kind of girl. I love the feels. I like to feel.
My favorite.
That's what I start and end my day with.
Me too. I heard it when I came in. I was like, these are the jams.
It gives me like, it just puts me in a comfortable place. I have like high anxiety, so I smoke weed. So like I do all those things. So
I have a baddie blunt ring in there for you. It's a smoking ring. You're gonna fucking love it.
I love that. I will open it at the end, and we'll let all of Private Talk know all those gifts
for sure
to show what the baddie vibes are all
but
about.
Anxiety, I know about that.
Yeah, so that's why with R&B, I feel like it just kind of like slows my mood. It makes me feel, you know, music is all the feels.
It's love.
It makes you not only put you in like a time and place where you remember your first breakup.
Oh my God,
your first,
totally.
Like,
it
love,
just
whatever.
right there.
Like you're just like, oh, nostalgia.
I remember when I was 16.
Nostalgia.
My first kiss. Yeah.
So
R&B
tell
is
us
the vibe.
about Virgin Lex.
Oh, Virgin Lex. Virgin Lex is who I found, I think, myself during quarantine. Like, I feel like I kind of lost my confidence in a way, and I think that had to do with a lot of men that I was dating and just kind of like going down. So you
realized Virgin Lex during COVID?
Yeah, I realized the bad bitch that I was.
And Virgin Lex, Private Talk, is her rap alter ego. For those that you don't know, but we're going to get to know Lexy Panterra a little bit more on Private Talk because we're going to get intimate. We're going to get to know all your darkest, deepest secrets and tell you what you allow us to dig into you.
I'm an open book pretty much, so you're going to
pretty much. That means she's willing to opt out of some questions.
We'll see.
All right, so get into Virgin Lex. You said you found her during COVID. It was either the men that you were choosing or the relationships.
Yeah, I just felt like I was in a low place, and I was dating someone during quarantine, and he kind of helped me to like bring back that bad bitch that I like knew or that I wanted to be. And so he called me Virgin Lex, and it kind of stuck with me.
Through validation, or how did he make you bring back that?
How did he make me?
Like, how does someone, because most people, you know, they say you start with yourself. You're the only person.
It's a lot of taking care of yourself, lotioning your body when you get out of the shower, just like really small things. And I think that I wasn't taking care of myself fully, and it made me realize like I matter and I need to take care of myself. And so that's what I was doing during quarantine. Like that's what I was focused on. And Virgin Lex was like the alter ego of like who I really wanted to be, you know, that bad bitch. And so I really embraced her, and now I am that. I am who I wanted to be and am. So it's special.
She came out.
That bitch is here.
She's here to stay.
She's not going anywhere.
She's not going anywhere.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm not gonna like, you know, put you on the spot, but if you want to give us, you know, one of the, you know, your rap, something like your freestyle, anytime during, you know, let us know. Private Talk likes it.
You just get a fucking with a hard chick, body hot bitch at the 6 on a hard stick. In my new whip, something light, but it's new shit. I'm the truth, bitch. Ain't no fucking with my moves trick. Ooh. I'm a bad model bitch. Bet you never had this ass shaking, ass fit. Yeah, my life magic.
Ooh, you heard it, Private Talk. That's right, Lexy Panterra.
First here, baby.
That's right. You better subscribe to this episode because it's about to get hotter. I promise.
Hot is coming off.
Ooh, take it all off, girl. Tell us about your merch line.
Okay, so I have a Baddie Vibes merch collection, which is epic. It's actually made 100% with recycled water bottles, which is nice.
That's
it saves
awesome.
the planet.
Yes, I like that.
And it's shorts. It's like loungewear, shorts, athletic wear, which is like what I love to wear. So it's very comfortable, very stretchy, and it's like blue flames, badass, like just baddie vibes. Like that's what it is.
What inspired you to do the Baddie Vibes collection?
Like I said, the quarantine. The guy I was dating was just very inspiring to be around, and it just, I like the flames and like the rocker vibes I'm always into. My dad's a rocker, like, so I kind of have like the hood and then the rocker side. So I kind of like mix those two together. That's kind of who I am, and it came out like that.
So you keep talking about this guy in the past tense.
I cannot tell you who he is.
What happened to him? You don't have to tell who he is, but what happened?
What happened was
Quarantine hit and you were just like, get away from me. You were cool in the beginning, but get the
No, we had a good friendship. It was more of a friendship. It wasn't like a boyfriend girlfriend, but like, you know, those relationships where it's like a relationship, but it's not the title, you know, one of those dumb things. So I was in a situationship, and I just felt like
entanglement.
It was an entanglement, and I had to get out of it. It was a little toxic in ways that I feel that they weren't good for me as well. So I feel like every relationship I learned things about myself that I think I need to work on and change. And I kind of like take that into my relationship. So I moved on from it. I learned from it. I got what I needed from it, and I respect it. And yeah, so we just kind of just separated.
Are you single now, dating? Are you in a relationship? And another entanglement, Lexy?
I am in a relationship.
I want the truth.
I want the truth. I am actually. I am in a relationship.
Can you tell us who your
I'm a
boyfriend
relationship
is?
girl.
Who's your boyfriend, Lexy?
If you go on
Don't
my
make me
social-
I want the truth.
My boyfriend is Alex Wasabi.
Nice. What does your boyfriend do?
He's a YouTuber.
You said that in your
His name
Alexis
is
Texas
Alex
voice.
Wasabi.
That was like, you know, you're gonna be like Alexis Texas voice when you talk sexy.
I think I can do it.
you can.
Tell
me
go on my
more.
OnlyFans for that.
Tell me more.
His name is Alex Wasabi.
How long have you been dating?
YouTuber. Only a couple months, and he's the sweetest guy.
So how is it dating someone in the whole YouTube world? Do you feel like your relationship's on the spotlight all the time?
See,
I know
the
you have
past
your
was
own-
hidden,
Okay.
and now it's not hidden. It's completely out.
And
So
is
it's completely
that
opposite.
only because of him or because of you as well?
The past or this one?
This one.
I'm totally fine with bringing it out loud. His whole vlogging is his life. So
Well, that's
he
what I
puts
mean.
everything
like
out
now,
there.
you know, nowadays, you know, it's about, you know, the new realm of social media, whatever. It's, you know, it's all about your life 24/7.
I don't
or
mind.
as much
I don't
whatever.
mind.
So
I don't
it's
mind being
like
out in
more
the public.
forefront, more whatever.
It's very much, and
Does
I
it make
wanted
you-
that.
does
I
it
don't
make
want.
you-
I don't want to hide my relationships. Like I don't want to feel like I'm hidden. And I've been in those relationships.
Does it make you feel more validated when someone like that vlogs about you to the point where you're a serious person in their life? Where it's like before you're like, we couldn't talk about it. Like you said, the last person in this quarantine situation, you said, I can't say his name.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't whatever."
toxic. That's
But a
toxic. It's not
too.
very
It's
fun.
like if you
Yeah.
can't be open to the world or just, you know, in general, you should be happy about your relationships, whatever they are.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely. It's not like I want. No one needs to know everything, you know. But like hiding things is not okay.
But validation of a relationship, not needing to know like everything about yourself, but to be validated, like this person's
Yeah,
my
that's important.
boyfriend.
Yeah, that's important, and I think
willing
it
to
matters.
show the world that I'm his girl, and not
Yes,
needing that
I need to be showed off.
And
There's
not
no
that
reason
need
I
to
should be
pee
hidden.
on someone per se and like mark my territory, but
Maybe.
if maybe, but
That's
you know,
another
but if
conversation.
that's your life, then you know what I mean. You want to feel entangled.
I've been in the hidden thing, and I'm not into it anymore. I don't, like I said, that's the confidence thing, you know, like I've been in these relationships where sometimes it is hidden because it's with a celebrity or someone popular, and their brand is maybe not the same as yours or whatever the hell it is. And it's not healthy to be in sometimes if you don't want that. So, and I didn't want that. I'm an open person. I'm like, this isn't the thing I want to be in. So I left, and now I'm with Alex, and Alex is a great guy, and he's very open and genuine and real and funny, and I'm happy I'm in it, and it's a healthy thing.
We like that here. We like
Healthy relationship, you guys. It's important, especially right now. Like relationships matter, you know. Keeping those relationships are important.
Not only with relationships, all you know, with other people, but with ourselves as well. And I feel like if that starts with being able to and allowed to have other relationships with other people, is knowing who we really are. So
and I didn't want to live a double life. Like I felt like I was living like a double
Virgin
life.
Lex was the person that came out that needed to come out and was like, hey, no, bitch, I'm a bad bitch. I don't know, maybe somebody
And bitch,
made
you should
me
have me
feel
on a
like
pedestal.
That
like,
made me feel like I wasn't for a little bit, but I know my status. I know who I am. And it's not even about ego. It's just about knowing your inner truth and your inner self to get what you want and get what you deserve from someone or a relationship, from work to anything like that.
I love that.
And it's, you know, it's
true.
It makes you more of a beautiful person because it shows from the inside out. If it's really like organic.
I agree. Yeah, exactly. Like it could have been more organic the past. This one is natural. I'm not hiding. I'm not forcing. I'm not, you know, it's just, it is what it is, which is, thank God. Like I've been waiting for this. So
nice. Well, I like that. Thank you for opening up about that.
Absolutely.
So how did you come up with the twerk class?
Oh, twerk out my little baby.
Twerk out the baby.
Oh,
Let's
I've been
talk about
twerking since I learned how to twerk when I was 12. My stepdad's family just kind of knew what it was. And
where are you from that you would know that your family is like, oh, bitch, no, we gonna twerk when we're 12, not when we're of age. We don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
We're just gonna twerk. Where are you from?
Well, see, my stepdad is black, and I grew up in the black culture, right? And I'm heavily influenced by the culture, and I love it. I loved it. And my brothers also. And so his cousins are black as well, and they all shake ass. Like, they know how to twerk. And so when I was 12, she came over, one of my best friends / cousins, and she was like, yo, do it like this. And I've always been a dancer, so I was like, oh, okay, shaking booty. Like, that's cool. And, of course, I wasn't twerking my whole life coming up to that. But, like, 2014.
But you were always dancing.
Yeah, always dancing.
Because, like, people think, like, oh, it's just, like, I feel like everyone's interpretation of a twerk is different too.
It is.
It's like, you know, you have the like
little raunchier versions.
The white girl
yeah.
thing where it's like, where they have no ass and they try to like, you know, do it. And then they have the actual twerking motions.
The big booty.
And then
but some girls with big booties can't do anything either. I've seen it all,
and
for
that's
sure.
why, for me, why I say it's like just the motions of, but that's just because you're shaking it doesn't mean it's a twerk.
No.
Like
you
I
gotta
posted
have
a twerk contest myself, so I'm like,
I like
you're
that.
shaking it, yes,
but not
you're
on beat.
Working it, and it's a
you gotta learn how to move your hips and body.
Can you show us how to move your hips, Lexy?
Yeah, what you want? One move?
I want it. Let's see it. What you show that class, girl? Eight. Ooh. Hey.
That's it. I
I
don't
like
have my twerking pants on.
Well, the next time you come, we'll have to have a twerking session together.
For sure, absolutely, we will.
But yes.
But yeah, twerk out. And I just 2014, I came up with the idea of like a fitness class. Like I said, the money comes into my mind, the business aspect. I'm like, okay, well, how can we make twerking commercial and make money from it, and like have people actually take it serious as a fitness class? Because I think that I would make more money that way, right? So the money thing was kind of first, and then I realized when I had my first class, like, oh shit, like we're actually changing girls' lives in here. Like this isn't just a twerk class. Like So women were emailing me and like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like I feel sexy again, like my confidence, or like I just had a baby and like now I feel like sexier. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And so that's why I like heavily got into it.
See, that's funny that you say that, is because I myself, when I being in porn, when, you know, I would get people that would say like, you know, thank you so much. You know, you're not the average, you know, girl, you're not like the skinniest, you're curvy, you know, whatever. And you make me feel beautiful as a woman. That it made me inspired to go harder. Was like,
I love that.
It's like to the point where it's like, I'm doing something to make people feel better.
That's
you
cool.
know what I mean? And we all
spark.
are talented in our own ways and do things to deliver our content to our own fans and things, you know, organically.
And people are not comfortable having sex. People aren't comfortable talking
but we're
about
alive
it
because our parents had sex. And
yes.
that's the thing is like, if your mom swallowed, you wouldn't be here. But
nope.
if she didn't, then you're a magical baby. So, you know what I mean?
So it's true. Like, it's so true.
But that's the thing is, what I think is so taboo about things is that, you know, especially nowadays, it's that sex is not as taboo as it once was, but it is still shunned upon
in America specifically, right? Like Europe, I feel like it's a little bit more like open, you think, or no?
A little bit. No, I mean, it's way more open.
Yeah.
I mean, I've traveled internationally for work for many years, you know, before pre-COVID, obviously we couldn't do anything. But, you know, it was one of the things that they're more into BDSM, more into fetishes. Yeah. They're more into open role play. They're more into like very like more fetish things. Where here in the US,
it's so conservative.
They're very conservative. They're like, oh my God, you beat me. No.
Like they're all fucking behind the scenes. Like I'm so confused.
And that's why for me, getting getting into the adult industry, earlier, I was 21 when I started.
Wow.
For me, it was about exploring my sexuality. I was always comfortable in my own skin and my own sexual.
I was wondering about that. Were you like a hidden, or you were just like, I'm just, because I kind of was like a naked running around the house. I didn't care.
I wasn't like a hippie child like that in a sense. And, not saying that as like a tea or shade kind of a comment. Yeah. It was more of a sense of like, I've always had a big butt. I've always been embraced to be curvy, whatever. So I played sports growing up. So when we have game days, we'd have to dress up. So when we dress up, when you're in school, you have to wear things that are within the guidelines of school. So I'm wearing black pants, whatever, but I have a big butt, so I can't hide it. So all the guys or people would like flirt or like
always, right?
Like make fun of me in a sense, would be like, oh,
would they take the credit card and swipe and go credit card?
I've played that game. Or no, what they
remember
would do,
that in high school? I'm like, you fucking touch me, you're dead.
What they would do would be like, they'd hit it one time to see how many times it would jiggle. Like each, like one hit would be like the whole thing.
Oh
but it's funny how, again, at that time, that now looking back, it's like they were really into your big butt or my big butt.
It was kind of
they
more
didn't know how to say,
but
in a sense, it was like you didn't know how to
express it, maybe
express it in a way where it was like not corny or creepy. Like you hitting my ass, being like, whatever, just be like, just tell me you like it. Like I'd be like, people would be like, oh, I can see you have a big ass by walking down in the front. I'm like, okay, so what?
That's so funny.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I've always embraced it. I always, I didn't really know.
I had no body, like zero body in high school.
Period.
No one liked me. I didn't fucking have boyfriends. Like no, I mean, I really don't have tits anymore, but still, no tits, no ass. Like maybe I had a little booty, like very small. I was the smallest, skinniest. I was like the sister, the little sister, right? That
That's
no one
my
wanted.
little sister.
So when I came out and like, I don't know, end of high school, I like just boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, bitch, now you want me?
So at the end of high school is when you got your curves.
Yeah, I started filling out a little more.
I got mine, like when I came, I remember the funny thing for me. So I was a freshman in college, came back to school, like to my hometown, and I had boobs. I was a late bloomer. And they were like, oh my God, you got a boob job. I'm like, no, I didn't. I was like,
you started like your period or later on?
Yeah, it was like
me too.
16, almost 17. So
me
I
too.
I didn't get boobs until like,
that's what happened to me.
And for me, it was like, I always had the butt, but I didn't fully develop everything else.
Where'd you get the booty from? Your mama?
My dad. I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay,
full Puerto Rican.
Love that.
My
sister's Puerto Rican.
Big booty, big booty. We all love big booties here at Private Talk.
Yeah, we do.
Little
booties matter too. It's just the way you move it, like I said.
1,000. I said there's classifications of booty. There's a little booty, there's a little big booty, a big booty, and a big, big booty.
You know what they used to call me? Little teacup in a booty in a teacup, booty in a bowl. It just kept getting bigger.
So what are you now?
Like my family I don't know why my family like named me. Like I named your booty weight not recently. I'm trying to get my gains back, but I'm probably booty in a little bowl right now. I'm trying to get send me some bread.
Booty in a little bowl. You heard her Private Talk. You better send her some bread.
Booty in a pot is what I want.
That's your aspiration, is booty in a pot?
Yeah.
So is my booty in a pot?
Your booty is in a pot for sure.
That's the classification we like. Booty in a pot.
Booty in a pot, baby.
Booty.
That's gonna be like a little
booty
saying. That's hilarious.
Booty in a pot, baby.
Yeah.
I like it. So, what is one subscription that you have right now that you could not live without?
Ooh, you know what? I'm heavily not into any subscriptions.
None at all.
Like I barely watch television.
No let's music. See. No nothing.
Subscriptions.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Oh, it's that one.
I'm dead. I know. I'm trying to think of subscriptions. I don't freaking know. I guess I do have Netflix. I don't know.
But you don't see too torn about not having it. You don't have like a Spotify, like Apple Music.
Absolutely Spotify. I'm all over Spotify. I don't have Apple Music. I'm heavily into Spotify.
But do you have the premium one, or you just
yes,
have the
I do.
free one?
I definitely don't listen to
subscription.
Major subscription on Spotify. And then you know how you get those like random emails like saying I'm like subscribed to like random things on Apple. I'm like, what am I getting charged for? Like
those
all
are
these
hackers,
random things.
I feel like they want you to click on something so it's bad, and they put you down a rabbit hole, and it's just
eventually you have to delete all your
it's not
subscriptions
the
on
good
your app.
hole to go down, Alexi.
No, it's not. It's
do
not.
it.
Don't get caught up in those.
So, I heard that you have the most subscribers on OnlyFans.
I'm literally shocked about it. I'm not gonna lie.
How many subscribers does it take to be the most subscribers on OnlyFans?
So I guess I reached 500,000, and then I'm at 550 now. Well, literally in like a day and a half it changed. I think once you get the like hang of it, people want to come over.
So how long have you been on OnlyFans?
April 1st. So I think it's been like 8 months or something like that.
So what are you doing on there that all my private talk listeners need to go over there and make that 550 even boost even higher? Because that's a big subscription. I have my OnlyFans myself. I've had one for over 2 years. That's why, in my last, we talk about this quite frequently here because I have an OnlyFans and now it's more trendy to have one for everybody. Yeah. I feel like, so it's like, that's why I always ask, what do you do on it? What kind of lane do you do? Is because I feel like OnlyFans wasn't meant to be just for adult stars. It was actually meant to be fitness. You know what I mean? And so it's,
and then it turns kind of crossed over to more adult.
Yeah, to a point. But I think what's great about it and what I've learned and like with having people on too and just knowing their own platform is like each entrepreneur in their own lane do their own content, what works for you. Your fans are going to follow whatever Lexy does and that's just what it is. So true. It's, it's very different from, with my fans. I don't sing, I don't do any, those things like that you do
have your lane that you're great
at. But I
have
my own talents and I'm twerking and I'm doing my own things on my stuff as well. So it's just a different gear shifting of like what we're doing.
I think that's important. Everyone has their own brand on OnlyFans. And I think that was a big deal for me is I was like, okay, we all need a way to monetize our content. Let me just break the stigma and like, people have put me in like the middle. Like I haven't crossed over major on the right or major on the left. Like I've been able to keep the line where I'm in the middle. And so, just keep your brand. I mean, I do everything. Like I said, I do feet stuff. I get into fetishes a little bit, nothing crazy, but I give the fans what they want. But see, you guys come over and subscribe and you'll find out.
That's what I think is beautiful is that.
And I didn't even like my feet. This is the first time I'm like, whoa, you guys like my feet? Like, whoa, I got made fun of. I have a
foot fetish, Lexy. So
I have long toes. No, my toes are not done. I cannot. No, I cannot. I will not. I'm sorry.
I mean, your shoes are cute.
There's no fucking way. Yeah.
We'll do a shoe cam instead of a foot cam. But no, so I have a foot fetish. So the thing is like, so I get it. So my thing is like everybody's foot fetish is different. And everyone's fetish is different.
I've noticed that, right? There's not like a specific liking.
No, and in any fetish, it could be different. And it's very taboo. So it's like some of it is sexual. Some of it is just by like look of whatever. Like and it's not sexual, but it's like.
Put together?
What is it?
Some people are like, oh, her vagina looks nice because her feet look nice.
I had that conversation
is this a real, like, is that, I don't know about it, I don't know.
I am a firm believer,
okay,
but you
probably had experience in this rather than I do.
Aren't done.
I have long toes and they're not done at the moment. Don't shame me.
But
please.
I'm not going to shame you, but I have said, and I just literally said like 2 days ago, we were having this conversation because I am a foot fetish person. I like to have my toes done. I don't like not having, thank you very much. But this is like, I like having, so for me it's like, there's certain men that they don't know how to articulate certain things. So they would always be like, oh, well, if a bitch ain't got her toes done, then her pussy's whack too. So at a certain time, I could kind of relate because I'm like, if you can't take the time,
can't keep up with
if you can't keep the time to keep your toes up, how do I know you're keeping your pussy clean?
It's very true. I keep my pussy very clean. I'm just going to say that now.
Well, I'm glad to know that, but I'm just saying as far as
listen, it's quarantine. I'm like ignoring my feet. I actually need to put a little bit more.
Girl, if you want to know somewhere that you want to get your toes done, it's in the valley too. I go to the valley, and you still get these toes.
Well, then we can have a date.
We have a foot date. You're talking to my heart, Lexy. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Date. I hope you guys are liking.
But yeah, they've made me more confident in my feet. They finally like. I don't know. My dad made fun of me when I was little. I was like, what the hell? Like my dad's gonna make fun of my feet? Like how dare? Because he was a foot guy, and so he was always talking about like, oh, like cute little feet. I'm like, oh, like. And then I find this whole fan base online. I'm like, oh my god, you love my feet? Thank you.
You're like, let me show them.
I'm like,
more.
I will show you. I will do pedicures for you, like whatever you want.
Now is that enticed because you're getting money and the cash is rolling in?
I don't know. I'm just like, fuck it. Why not?
Girl, they're paying for those toes to get done. You better have those feet done. Listen, the next time I see you, girl. The next time I see you, those toes better be done.
All right, they'll be done.
And
they're a little glittery right now.
And we better be twerking.
But barefoot.
I have a lot of requests from you the next time I see you.
Okay, I'm down. I definitely want to, for sure.
Do you want to, or are you just scared of me because I'm telling you on the microphone?
I'm not afraid.
Never afraid?
Bring it, bitch. Bring it.
Yes, talk to me dirty, Lexy.
Bring it, bitch.
Do you like dirty talk?
Oh my God. I'm heavy at dirty talking in the bedroom. Like, that's my jam.
Give us your best dirty talk right now.
Oh, no.
I want the truth.
She's putting me on the spot.
Give me your best dirty talk.
Oh, God.
Have you ever been with a girl? Sexually?
I've had one experience.
One experience?
Yeah, this past year.
Was it good? Was it bad?
It was honestly the perfect experience.
Would you do it again?
Yes. I would do it again, but I have a boyfriend now.
I've got hope. Does it count that it's cheating for your boyfriend?
It would definitely be cheating, yeah.
So we'd have to get approved by him.
Yes.
Okay. What if he just watched in the corner?
I don't know. We'd have to ask.
Does that mean that it's cheating still?
We'd have to ask if he's okay with it, then.
Would you be okay with it?
I don't know. I love my man.
You can love your man.
I'm very like a one person. Like I'm not really like, if I like sexually, like I'll be satisfied with my man, like I'm not really into like, I don't know.
And the only reason why I say this is because I agree with you. Like for me, I think like sexually, even though that, being in porn, I haven't shot porn in over 3 to 4, like, I think I always say 3 to 4. I think it's 4 years by now.
Really?
I just give myself
It's been that long.
It has.
Wow.
No, but for me at this point, like I really have to like someone to get off sexually.
Yeah, it's a lot of mental for me. It's major mental.
It's like also too is like there are certain things that a woman can give you that a man can't.
Interesting.
So
I like talking about women in bed.
Yes.
Like that'll turn me on, and I never had any woman like experience like that. But I knew that it always like made me, excited.
But that's why I feel like it could be in a safe place because for me, I don't think I could per se be in a relationship with a woman, but I could have a sexual relationship with a woman. Because for me, there's certain things sexually that a woman can give me that a man can't. That
I haven't experienced enough.
And vice versa of the thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's...
I feel like women would be so emotional.
That's why, that's why for me is like, when it comes to the emotion side, I'm
You're
out.
very dry.
I'm out. But for the sexual sense, because how sensual women really are and in tune to our own
That's
bodies,
very true.
that it's very sexy to know that because women are very nurturing. You know what I mean? So when another woman, we want to make you feel good. Men can sometimes, unless you're in a relationship, be very selfish and not give you. They'll be like, oh, like you're not going to eat my pussy. You're not going to do foreplay. You're not going to do any of these things.
Yo, foreplay is fucking important. Like you want us wet.
Foreplay is like you get the engine started.
Yeah,
it's like the appetizer
and it gets better.
It's like the appetizer. Like when you go to a fine restaurant, you get courses
You want the
meals.
Bread first.
You always get the bread. You don't
and
want
you
it,
want extra
but you
bread.
need it because you want to taste the goodness of the bread before you get to the entree.
It's important.
But you also save room for the entree.
You save room, and it's fine. You can have room for all of it.
You have like a little nibble, and then you're like, okay, I got to put this away because I got to save it for more. So if you just blow your load all in one fucking entree, appetizer
or whatever,
then you're fucked for the whole entree. So it's like,
there's a lot of literallys in there.
Exactly. If you want to get real down and dirty, I'll tell the whole truth. But I feel like I'm warming you up to get you're like, fishing it out. Because the more your face, I say things, the more your face is turning red. I'm trying to see where we're going to go with this.
I am. I've never been put on the spot sexually. Like, this is great. And I'm very open, like with friends and stuff, like talking about it. I guess I don't really talk about it too much in public.
Well, that's why private talk, we want to know you a little bit more intimately.
I'm not mad
I'm going to gradually get you into it and not just take it from you.
Okay.
Because I feel like it needs to be in a safe space.
Yeah, don't take it from me.
I won't take it. I'll be
I gotta trust you first.
You can trust me here. Okay. In private talk, you can trust private talk. We're all about being honest and truthful to our own truths and what our likes and dislikes are. And that's why it's learning
Nothing wrong with that.
Yourself is sexually. And that's why what I love about the industry, the adult industry, is what gave me so much I think confidence. In a sense of what it is, because it was I learned on my own, path of what I liked and didn't like sexually. It was each little,
it's important. People don't even know what their bodies do. When I was in twerk I was like, yo, women come to me they don't even know what their bodies are capable of. And some of them haven't even looked at their vaginas. They don't really, and it shocked me. I'm like, how? And so I like bringing that out of women for sure.
But that's the thing too, is even in the beginning of my career, even some young porn girls never looked at their vagina.
That's interesting. Because
people just liked sex, but that's the thing is for me is this is my best friend. She's going with me everywhere. So I'm going to know, smell, taste, everything. I'm going to make sure she's on point.
Absolutely.
With, especially being in the industry that I was in, you just learn to groom yourself and be in a certain, thing. And so when you'd see younger people come in, it's they had the ambitions of the sex part, but they didn't have all the other components either. Where it's important. Overall to be I feel a full, well-rounded woman is knowing what your body does and capable of and what makes you tick
Being
and what doesn't.
Comfortable with it. It's okay to be comfortable with your bodies, you guys. Like, it's all you have. Like, get to know yourself.
She's your best friend.
She's your best friend. She'll never leave you.
Never. If she does, that's a problem.
That's weird.
That's a problem.
I don't know how that would be, but yes, it's a problem.
So what are the songs that you have twerked to the most? Is there like a one song that you're like already on the playlist and you're gonna like be like, I'm gonna twerk to
Like,
it?
let me not plug my own music in here.
Besides yourself, Lexi.
I feel like some T-Pain.
We know baddies are a vibe. We know.
T-Pain's cool.
You want him to pour you a drink?
To be honest,
What do you want T-Pain to
drink? I feel like I can just literally twerk to anything. So anything gets me twerking. I'll fucking twerk to classical music. I don't give a damn.
You'll twerk to classical music?
Yeah, that shit goes viral.
What's a classical song that you twerk to?
Like da na 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 da na 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 na. You just twerk on beat.
You just need a beat.
Any beat. Yeah, I'll hit all the moves, all the points, all the notes,
all the points, all the moves. Twerk classes. So where can we go to see or like register to your twerk class?
Yeah, if you guys want to instruct as well, we're always looking for instructors to teach twerk out.
So is it something you do like in a physical state or on
not
Zoom
now.
stuff?
Yeah, right now it's not obviously physical. So I'm like, something's in my face. It's not. It's online. All online. It
doesn't matter.
It's all online. LexTwerkout.com. So you go there, you get DVD style, classes. And then I'm actually doing a Zoom class in a couple days. So if you guys want to follow me and like go on Twerkout Instagram,
where can we follow you?
Twerkout Instagram or Lexy Panterra on Instagram. You'll see we're doing a private Zoom class and we're gonna start getting more into those. So yeah, just keep a lookout if you guys want to learn some things. I got some things to teach.
I like it. I might have to just like go snoop on your class.
Can you please come in?
I'll be a guest twerker. I'll twerk for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got moves you've never seen before, Lexi.
I've never seen a lot, actually. I'm very curious.
You've never seen any of my movies, I'm sure.
I've never seen any of them. Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
I've
heard your name a million times.
You look away, so you're like, nah. You like,
you know what? I might go do my research. I don't know. But no, I wanted to just get to know you as a person and,
That's what's better. What makes it, more authentic. I think that you get to know the real thing. And the same thing with us, here at Private Talk, we get to know Lexi in another realm. I'm sure you don't talk about this stuff most times with your fans.
I don't talk a lot. Yeah.
We're private.
I like it.
And we get talking down to
But I've heard your name so many times. You're just a bad bitch.
Who was talking
Who doesn't know
Who was
Alexis
talking about me?
Who doesn't know you? Like,
Who had my name in their mouth?
Everyone.
Better be.
And if they didn't, we'd have a problem. Houston. I loved it. And so I'm happy that you guys reached out to me. It was really cool.
I appreciate you for coming on.
I'm happy to be
All right, I got a real question though. Have you ever had any crazy injuries due to twerking?
Luckily, no. Let me knock on wood. Like, is there wood around? No, I've never had any.
I don't have any real wood.
I know. I'm like, where's the wood at? There's
you can knock on my booty. It's
yeah.
It's here you go.
Oh, damn, that's a nice booty. Oh, I like it.
You just got like a whole like special.
Free
I never
special.
put my ass in front of people's faces. Well, here in the Private Talk conversations, I don't.
I mean, I think it's fitting for us.
Most people are too excited, and if I did that, it probably wouldn't end well of a conversation, or maybe it would.
They're hilarious.
Things happen.
I can't.
So do you sleep in the nude, or do you sleep in panties and a cute little
I sleep in full sweats and a hoodie. So there's
full sweats and a hoodie. How do you not sweat
Merry
yourself
Christmas.
to death?
No, I have I get freezing at night. Oh my God. And it's my body temperature is so weird. So if I sleep naked, which sometimes I do, I'll start sweating. Maybe my body's overcompensating for things.
I
don't
sweat
know.
At night. I'll be in the middle of the night and I wake up and I'm sweating. That's
and then I'm freezing after that because you're wet. And then I'm freezing. So I like to sleep with proper clothes on. But I mean, I don't get me wrong. I definitely get sexy. You know what I mean? When I need to. But normally I have some shit covering me.
Something's covering you. What is
at least a cuddly blankie.
Who's the most interesting person that you have met thus far?
Most interesting. Tyler Perry. He was really cool because I was very inspired by him. I was in a couple of his movies and he was so he was acting and directing and like doing all these things at once.
Multi-talented things.
I was like, this is ridiculous. And it reminded me of myself. I'm like, I'm in that hat. Like I wear multiple hats.
It's funny how that works because
cool.
it's like, I feel like that's what almost inspires us as artists as like even more. Cause it's like, wow, I'm not the only one. When you see it like that was like cool. in front of your face.
Exactly.
You're like, you're Tyler Perry and you're like
still
just
doing
like me,
it all.
but you're just like, you have some, resemblance to it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? That you're just like,
I related to it. I was like, I mean, he's Tyler Perry, but like I was like, damn,
but the ethic,
this
like,
is
the work
cool.
ethic.
Yeah, the work ethic was crazy, and he's already Tyler Perry, and you're like, oh, you still have that work ethic. That's what I inspire to be, and that's how I am. So it was cool.
What or who have inspired you or impressed you the most this year?
Myself. Oh my God, it's hard to kind of like take in the things that you've done and be really proud of yourself, and like really take those accomplishments and be like comparing it to like a person walking down the street. Like I've accomplished a shit ton of things.
So tell Private Talk what you've accomplished this year.
First, recently the OnlyFans hitting that was wild and wasn't expected at all. Putting out a full album independently with a whole team of like my video squad, my marketing, my PR, without management. I don't have a manager. So like I've been doing this and I'm just super proud of it. I'm super proud of all those things. Getting over that relationship, I'm very proud of. Finding someone that's fucking healthy for me, I'm very proud of. Having able to not have a lot of money a year ago because brand deals were not coming to me, and then finding OnlyFans and switching it over to supporting family. Like that's crazy, and I'm super proud of myself, and I'm happy to say that. It's that's hard awesome. Sometimes to say that.
As a woman, in the industry, it's one of those things that not enough people give you a pat on the back when you do your, do who you are. And again, it's not about anything it was before. It's about you. It's about what you've done, what content you've done, what you've continuously throughout the hard times through the year have
and still gotten through and hustled through all of those being a woman
and still having to have those recognitions is really amazing.
And I think friends, I have a friend recently that just kind of like brought that to my attention. She's like, you need to be proud of yourself. Like, look at all you've accomplished, because we all have goals and we don't reach them sometimes and we get like down on ourselves.
That also, it comes with like time and too, is like when you're doing it in the moment, you don't realize the accolades you're acquiring. And then it's until you take the step back and you're like, wow,
acknowledge
I've done this,
and give yourself a pat on the
that.
back. And it's okay to be happy and jump up and down and like embrace that, and sometimes I get scared of like when things go too well, you're like, oh, like you're afraid of like, oh, something bad's gonna happen because the anxiety kicks in, but whatever, but I'm proud of myself.
Then you just smoke a blunt and you keep it moving.
Or sometimes it gives you more anxiety. Depends.
Not me, thankfully.
Really?
Hopefully of
sometimes
that.
it does that to me. I'm a heavy smoker, but sometimes.
I am too. And I feel like in certain times, again, it's like the state of mind you are in when you're smoking.
Maybe.
And everything does something a little different to everybody else. So it's,
it's true.
Tomato.
It's true.
So you talk about your team. You did all this work to like get this thing, your team together. Mm-hmm. How much of an influence in like having your videographer is that to you as important? Is it like a big thing, or does it matter who's behind the camera?
No, it absolutely matters now. I think quality of content is so important. So like I definitely have, it's been hard to find a squad of like my video team, the editors and the graphic designers and the people actually behind the camera and actually liking those people too and bringing them around and trusting them. Like I've been in the game for a long time as a musician, and it's not easy to find a team. So you feel like there are certain people that bring things out of you that people hadn't before in the past because you feel comfortable? Oh, yeah, for sure. Joshua, one of my main video guys, like, yeah, when they believe in you and they believe in your shit as much as you do, like that's inspiring, and that pushes you even harder. For sure.
I'm a big believer of having, a team that believes in what you're doing,
believing in
your
it's not
brand,
gonna work.
Believing in you. It's really important to really solidify the important message of what your brand is trying to sell, market, or anything.
And I wouldn't force anything. You never force it because then it just doesn't work. Like it has to happen kind of naturally. Definitely. Not saying it doesn't take a lot of work, but.
Yeah. What is your craziest interaction with a celebrity?
Being in relationships with them.
That we can't.
Giving me a damn headache.
Can we know any names?
I'm like, you can probably Google some shit. I've definitely had heavy hitters, not gonna lie. And like I said, a lot of them were hidden. So it's stuff that I can't even talk about. And I'm going to respect that, you know. Sometimes I definitely talk about it in my music. I feel like if you like listen to it, you might be able to get hints, you know, if you put this picture with this or whatever, and like what I'm talking about.
Then it'll lay it all out on the line. So you heard her private talk. If we want to really know an insight, maybe get a little hints, we can comment and maybe we'll know something in this episode. So let us comment.
I feel like if people pay attention, you might learn some things, that I've been with. Yeah.
They might, but you can't tell us here.
Nah, maybe one day. Who knows?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
What was your first job ever?
Like a real job, like
real job.
Going to Forever 21.
Forever 21.
For 2 weeks, quit.
You hated it.
Fuck this job.
You were just a salesperson
on the floor. Yeah, my feet hurt. People were annoying. Like, and the place was giving me a goddamn headache. Like the lights were too bright. There was too many colors in the clothing. I was like, this is absolutely.
There was just a lot of no's.
Oh, absolutely no's. I was like, I cannot work for anybody. It's not going to work for me.
So you recently asked on Twitter how to be sexy and respected as a businesswoman.
Yeah.
Let me know and Private Talk know how you accomplished that.
I'm still learning. I feel like I'm still.
Did you get any new advice from that Twitter post?
I'm not sure if I actually look back at that. I'm actually curious now. I want to go look back at it. I didn't look.
So do you normally just ask questions that you don't want to know the answers to?
I guess. Maybe I was just trying to get other people to think.
Okay.
A little bit.
I respect that.
Maybe that's what it was.
But that's a real question and one that I respected. So I was, it intrigued me. Mm-hmm. So it's like, so how do you tell us how you inspire yourself to do those things?
To be respected as a woman? Is that what it was? A businesswoman? Damn, yeah, that's been
to be sexy.
That's been hard. People think that it's just given to you,
and respected, because it's one of those things like, I'm in the industry that's obviously sexually related, adult,
and I think it's really easy, right? People think it's just like
yes and no, but they think they don't think it's business. They don't think it's a real job. They don't respect me. They don't. I wouldn't say everybody. The initial the top tiers. If we go down to a list of what these things are, and that's typically what it is. People tell me, you're just this. You just did this. You just did that. Just the same thing as why I said about people asking, you just twerk, and why should you be twerking and not rapping? So it's like what I've done and what I've chosen to do does not define me as a person. It's only an aspect of my life of what I've chosen to do and portray to other people. It's
literally this much, isn't that crazy?
But it's also an insight of what's opened so many more doors to what I've wanted to do and have given me the privilege to do that I love so much and respect that industry and that business.
That's cool.
So it's like one of those things where it's like you really have to, and that's why I'm all about accountability and learning who you are as a person and not straying from what your path is, and it's not no one can answer your questions for you or what you've been through or what the trials and tribulations of you being in these toxic relationships, if that's what made you write harder for your songs and inspire you to have, these other things. No one would know that unless we got to know Lexy.
Yeah, I think that's important. Things like this, the podcast where you get to know these women behind the scenes, and what we really accomplished and did. This stuff doesn't come easy. And I think for me, for instance, I have a big following on multiple platforms, and that just doesn't come to somebody. You're not surprised. Here you go. I worked really hard for these, and I worked specifically and focused and made decisions based on, my brand. And there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. And I think that women deserve more respect in that aspect.
I think that goes along with what you said with the conversation with your friend is bringing that stuff up is that we need to stop sometimes and really remember and kind of congratulate ourselves of you know what?
You have to.
Yeah, I did this. And I'm going to keep doing this because people like what I'm doing. They love what I'm doing.
I'm not disappearing,
You've given yourself a platform where you can do so many avenues. And even if you fail at one of them, there's still several hundred that you could still be great and amazing at. And even if you fail or you feel you fail, there'll be that one person be like, you know what? This made me want to do all these things. And that's what I feel like we keep doing it for.
That's what matters.
Definitely.
I love that. You said it perfect.
Private Talk, thank you for listening, liking, subscribing to all of this. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to get back to Truth with Texas. All right. Private Talk, we are back with Lexy Panterra, and we are going to get to Truth with Texas. But I feel like I need to unwrap and unveil her Baddie Vibes gift because I've been waiting so long, and I don't like to wait for gifts. And so we're going to find out what it is, Private Talk.
We don't like to wait for gifts.
We talked about merch.
Yeah, so the Body Vibes bag.
We have the bag. You get a little tote. All right.
What you got in
What
there?
is going to come out of this bag?
Let's see. A dildo.
That's
a Baddie Vibes dildo.
That's in my bag. No,
I want a bag.
Baddie blunt rings. Oh,
this
like
I'm the most excited about.
Ooh, it comes with a lighter. I mean, not lighter, but matches. You know, same shit. Fire. Fire. Caveman shit. You know, fire. Yeah. These are cute.
So it's my logo. So it's my hand with my jewelry on it, and it's
that's
like
the rocker vibe.
Ring. Yeah.
Oh.
Custom made.
And it's silver and gold. Here at Private Talk, we usually are smoking blunts, but I don't have any weed at the moment because my assistant is supposed to bring it to me. So I would be smoking one right now with this, but you know, things happen.
It's okay.
That means we just have to bring you back.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so the Baddie blunt ring basically is just, you know,
I have to take it out. I mean, I obviously know what a blunt ring is, but I want to like touch it and hold it and do things to it.
I usually hold it on this finger, the pointer finger. It kind of fits better. There's kind of two different sizes, but and then you put the, you know, the ball goes down, and then you put the blunt ring in, and then you put the ball up, and it holds it. The blunt.
Check it out, Private Talk.
Yeah.
Baddie Vibes.
And it makes your hands not smell, which is really cool.
See, I like this because I like white tips of things. So like I just recently really switched over from like blunts to cones, so I don't have the pump either. But I like this whole like, you know,
it's classy.
It's
a classy way to smoke.
It's like that old school, like, you know, when they had like the long cigarettes when they did the whole thing. I fuck with it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, and a lot of this stuff you'll find on baddieuniverse.bu. That's the Instagram for it. Hot girl shit. I have a song called Hot Girl on the Baddie Vibes album.
Ew, I love the colors.
I think you should cut it and crop it. I like to crop top it.
I like the colors. Thanks. I fuck with it.
Thank you.
What's in the bag?
So this is Panterra. This is the first, basically I went on tour with Danny Lay, 5 shows West Coast.
I love her.
And I designed the front. It's a panther, which is, you know, me, and it has a little nose ring on it.
You know, my high school mascot was a panther.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Me, the Valley Panthers.
That's cute, sexy.
I like
Panthers are sexy. It's Danny just like the way they move.
I love the way she dances. She's
really great. Mask, you know.
Mask vibes. You know, Corona time.
Now you're a baddie, always, even during Corona.
I like it. I love it.
What else you got?
Condoms. I was like, oh wait,
you like that?
Are these condoms? But are these the ones you use with like the baddies or the baddies?
Honestly, I haven't used one, so I don't know. It's
these
for
don't
looks.
Look very magnum-ish.
It's for looks.
How many dicks can fit in here?
Probably half. It's, you know, just put it up on your wall. Have your mom say, "Oh, look."
My mom. We're bringing my mom.
Whoever.
My mom doesn't use condoms.
I'm
Lexy.
a cool mom. Oh shit.
I'm a cool mom. I'm a cool fur mom.
I'm a fur mom.
Oh, I love the shoelaces. That's sexy.
They're cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got white and black for you. You know,
I love
your preference.
Ooh, something.
Oh, that's bubble wrap.
Something's bubbly wrapping. I feel like it's Christmas all over. I feel like I open more gifts now than I did in Christmas because I'm single and nobody.
Oh my gosh! How dare you guys? Oh, Amazon wish list. What the hell?
Ooh, I did that so many years ago. I feel like
the Amazon wish list.
Oh, this is the best one.
You like it?
This is a great idea.
I'm glad you like it.
I like this.
A little shot glass.
This is definitely a baddie vibe of everything. No, besides this and the blend thing.
Yeah.
I like the bad choices.
I see that.
The baddie vibes.
You're like the bad part.
Except for the condom. I'm not convinced that they're going to fit someone I want a baddie with.
I feel you. I understand. Listen. I'm going to say it's really not about the size.
Can we?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it. But I'm in porn, and yes.
I mean, I've had my share, so let's talk.
So you're in porn too. Got it. So in your personal life. Got it.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is not saying that whoever's baddie fits in here is
She's
bad.
like basically, no. Don't fuck with me if you ain't.
I mean, it stretches, I'm sure. I guess, right?
Condoms stretch a lot, right?
Have you
I don't
used
like using
these
condoms
in your
either.
personal
I
life?
have not. We'll have to try it out.
So, okay, can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Can we have an XL version of the baddie vibe so you're a baddie?
Yes.
Because then
those are coming next edition, next album.
I will be like, hey, baby, we're in a baddie vibe.
Isn't
tonight.
that funny? I love it. I wonder what a guy would think like if you pulled out the baddie vibes.
Okay, can I
condom.
tell you something serious? Like real note. Okay.
Yeah.
So in college, let's wait. My bag.
Tell me.
Oh,
Is there more? I
No,
think
there's
that's
not.
it.
That's
Okay,
my
cool.
matches. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I love all my gifts. Thank you so much. You're super
welcome.
sweet for bringing me gifts.
Of course.
So in college, once upon a time, when I was in college, I had a condom bowl. Like I don't know why in my mind. Like,
How old were you talking here? This was before the porn or after the porn?
This is before porn.
Oh.
I was destined to be in porn, girl.
Okay.
Don't worry. I've already had my spirits, my gods tell me that porn was destined for me.
It was, as we saw.
I don't think it is a bad negative thing. I think it only has a positive and plus thing.
Cool.
So, yes.
Your baddie vibe. So you had a condom bowl.
Yes, my condom
In your house?
in my apartment.
I cannot.
So I guess.
What do you guys think when they come
guess,
over?
I guess if you would say, if you want to rewind things, I was like, yeah, it'll be safe. It'll be whatever. Like I'm going to have a condom bowl when I move. Like when I move out of my parents' house, that's the first thing I'm getting. That's all I cared about. I don't really know why. I don't know why.
It's just fun. It looked cool.
Well, I'm having fun and it's safe. right?
Safe.
At least there's always a condom. You can't tell me.
But what kind of condoms? Just mixtures, like different.
Well, at the time, it was her pleasure Trojan.
Okay.
You know, he had to keep it for the women because
That's
fuck
so
the men. I don't give a fuck about how they feel. I feel about how I feel.
Yeah.
But no, so like it was like a whole condom bowl thing, right? But then all my guy friends would end up stealing them because they wouldn't fucking buy any condoms.
Cheap ass
they would
fuckers.
But I remember the first time my mom visited me in college, I hid my condom bowl, obviously, because you can't have your parents be looking at it. And I put it in my closet, just like whatever. So no, but she went in there and looked, and she was like, "What is this, Alexis?" I was like, "Well, at least I'm being safe, mom."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing you could say, right?
But yeah,
I definitely have questions
your
for you
baddie
after. I'm
baddie vibe would have definitely been in the bowl. I wouldn't have picked it. But
She said only the maximum big one.
I mean,
Oh yeah, so size
I
matters,
don't-
yes or
okay.
no? What's the deal? What do you think?
It's not the size, it's the motion of the
Yeah,
ocean.
that's what I'm
but
talking about.
some small dicks don't know how to motion in the ocean either. So
True. Very true.
like long and skinny is not for me. Short and fat, you can kind of.
You're like, if I have to, fine.
Well, it's not that if I have to, but like it's about them, really. It's not about me. Like you can come with whatever equipment that you have, and doesn't mean
just like twerking. You don't have
Exactly.
to have a big butt. You don't have to have
and
a
that's
small
why
butt.
that's
right?
why I gave classifications of booty because I'm a booty connoisseur.
Okay.
So I believe that every booty could shake
Yeah.
if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But then
That
there's the
exactly.
ones that do the thing where they just look like they're seizuring, and I'm like, please stop. You're just giving twerking
yeah,
a
that's
bad
very
name.
true.
Like nobody
Come
wants
to me.
see
Come
that.
to me. I'll teach you.
So it's like it's an art.
It's the way you
know what
work
I mean?
it, you guys.
Of course, but
So
it's an art. As much as the rhythm, the beats, the
dancers
like whatever
are,
that you're
dancers
doing
are
or
good in
whatever,
bed, you know? Like,
I believe that.
cop a dancer.
Well, at least as long as they're not a male dancer. I get in fights with male dancers all the time.
Why?
They're just too arrogant, too egotistical.
My first boyfriend was a male dancer. He's really
cannot.
great.
I feel like, and I've never like sought out to like fight one, obviously, but like
Wait,
our
not great,
verbiage, our verbiage of whatever it is like we don't get along. Because I'm like, you're not a bad bitch, homie. Like you're trying to be a bad bitch to everybody, and that's cool in your own thing. But don't act like you're a bitch, literally.
Yeah, well, there's lines.
But that's what I'm saying.
that
Is
you
like
don't want to cross.
like
There's some weird lines.
Their
right?
confidence sometimes I feel like it's too exuding like a woman, where it's like, okay, you're
Sometimes.
snapping and popping, and I'm like, why? Like, go be beautiful in your own thing. I have nothing against you.
You're
but
like, let me pop and snap, bitch.
but I'm also not the one. If you're gonna fight with me, I'm gonna fight with you back, and there's just gonna be what it is.
Are they gay? Are we talking about like gay guys? Because I feel like we're talking about like catty, like
but
you
half,
know,
half and half. I mean, I
Okay.
feel like a lot of male dancers, it's half and half, or they're bisexual male.
I would say that a lot of artists in general, and that's why I didn't really date artists because I feel like they're very like.
Have
full
you
of
ever been with a
themselves.
bisexual man?
No. Mm-mm.
How would you feel? And I've had this conversation of like like in that sense.
I'm not about it.
And now of like the whole 2020, everyone's free love, free whatever, you know, and everyone's to each their own thing. Is like if you were with a partner and then they told you that they were also with men as well.
I couldn't do it. There's no way.
It's a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker. Complete deal breaker. It's not attractive. I don't find anything attractive myself. It's cool. They do what they want, but yeah, for me, it's not for me. I need you to be, I need you to be strictly vagina.
I feel that. I feel like with me being in the adult industry, like I'm very
and it's a little dangerous. I feel sometimes.
But I'm very open to like whoever's to free love, each his own. But for me personally, I really had to like think about the question and like what it would do, and I would try not to like say that it would differentiate.
Make your opinion different or whatever.
I'm like I can't
differentiate.
Yeah, that word.
Differentiate.
There you go. That word, like as far as like who that person is, because it doesn't make them a different person.
No, it doesn't.
But me sexually being compatible to that person is what changes that realm of, for me, I would always be questioning. And if it's my own insecurities and things I have to work on myself, it would be
like, are you good enough or something? Or like,
are
you enough?
Enough.
Yeah.
The enough part. Because if you like something, whatever, I don't want you to not like and want what you want as a person, and man or woman.
Yes.
But I also don't, and I don't want to be the reason why you're inhibiting those like feelings or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that it's also for me is that I'm okay with just being your friend if that's what it means to know what that relationship is only based as.
That makes sense.
Because for me is
I don't think lying is lying is a big deal.
And I'm a bisexual woman. Like for me is like I said, I love women and I can sexually be attracted to women, but as it's as far as a sexual aspect. I don't see myself having a relationship further than sexual with a woman. That's interesting. And as far as like
just because from experience you've just like
and not even experience. I've never even been in a situation where I've had like someone trying to be my girlfriend.
Okay.
I just know myself and I know that women are very needy in sorts, and so are men are due. But the thing is I don't have that desire to tap into a woman more than the sexual being.
That makes
sense.
So
if that's misogynistic or not, call me what you want. That's just how I am. Like, and that's why for me is like what was weird about when I was doing. I didn't start off doing women at first in the business. It was something I went into later on, and it was only with somebody that I was working side by side with someone that they asked me if I would feel comfortable being with that person.
Yeah.
And it became like something that grew on me to something that I didn't know that I liked. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, it was like because the person that I had chose to be with was a real lesbian and she loved women. So it showed me the appreciation that a woman had for a woman's body that made me tap into something different. Mm-hmm. But also made me realize that that was the extent of what I could give as a woman.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So I don't like the aspect of like the guys being with a woman and lying about it or not. I feel like if you're going to do it, you got to be upfront that they've been with a man.
But that's what I'm saying. You're lying to yourself because like if that's not truly who you are, how do you never know that you don't want those tendencies anymore?
That's true too.
Like why deprive yourself of something if that's what your state is? Because that's when people lean to cheat and
that's not. You got to be yourself.
Just be honest.
Be honest for sure.
So we say honesty. So now we're gonna get to Truth with Texas.
Okay.
So Truth with Texas is we're gonna play a card game. Okay. It's all ace suited. Each spade or each suit is a different question. So kinky, romantic, spicy, and naughty. Okay. We're gonna go through all of them.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Miss Baddie vibes.
Virgin Lex.
Hey, you are not a virgin. That's your alter ego, but you're not a virgin.
Very far from one, let me say.
All right, let's get it, Miss Lady.
Oh, okay. Okay, what do we do here?
Hearts, which is a romantic question.
Okay.
Would you consider yourself a romantic?
Absolutely. I'm definitely a hopeless romantic. I feel like that's been most of my problem.
What is your favorite song to make love to? Natural.
I don't have a
I'm on natural.
But like I said, I'm like, plug again. I like R&B. Like I said, I need some slow like R&B jams. I'll get down to that for sure.
You're an R&B lover.
Yeah, I'm into that. Yeah. Unless we're going hard, then
do you like
changes.
Do you like sexting?
Yeah, I don't really care.
So you're not sexting with Alex throughout the
Not
day?
too much, no.
No sexy photos.
Sometimes.
You've shown
sexy photos. I definitely like to take.
Shown a little nipple.
A little bit. Yeah.
He gets the whole OnlyFans subscription for free.
He's not even on there. He gets it in real life.
So he doesn't ask or wonder about your content on there?
No. He asks questions. He's so supportive. I'm like, damn, like I've never had a boyfriend like this.
I'm
like, this is crazy. This is wonderful.
See,
yeah.
we need different.
Oh my God, it's so free. It feels like freedom. It's wonderful.
So give me an example of your dirty talk.
Oh fuck.
Give it to me.
Oh damn, I don't know. I like details. Like
yeah, detail me up. If I was next to you in bed, what would you dirty talk to me, Lexy?
Oh my God, you're putting me on the spot. I don't even know. Okay, let me really think about this. I don't know. You give me. Can you start it?
This is not my game.
Can you start it and then I'll come back? I just want a little bit of an example here. Guide me.
Do you want me to sit my big booty on your face?
Oh. I want you to sit your big booty on my fucking face.
But what are you gonna
you down?
What are you gonna do to my big booty, Lexy?
Rip. I'm going to destroy it.
How are you gonna destroy it? Are you gonna put your tongue on my clit, Lexy?
I'll lick you from the top to the bottom.
You've only licked one vagina, or did she lick yours?
No comment.
Oh.
Find out on my OnlyFans, bitch.
Well, I will be collabing on your OnlyFans, but I don't know if I'll find out on your OnlyFans.
You might.
But
You might.
I need to know your sexual talk before I decide to be like, hey,
vagina in my face.
I'm gonna be on your OnlyFans today, Lexy.
It'll be a little bit of a PG rated version, but
So if I sat on your face, how long do you think you could last of me suffocating you?
You know what?
Would
You're
you
a
pick
legend.
my ass or my vagina? Which would you pick?
Both. If I'm taking one, I'm just taking both. So you might,
Yes.
and if it's gonna be somebody Alexis Texas, it might as well be you.
Yes, private talk. There's hopes for Miss Texas. You just wait. Maybe one of our OnlyFans will have it.
I mean, I heard it's nice. So
You
here
heard?
we
You
go.
touched it earlier. What do
I
you
know,
mean
but
you
I've never
heard?
seen,
You heard it.
I've never seen nothing.
So you want to see it naked, what you're trying to say?
I would love to.
I'd like to see your ass naked too.
You
Touche.
probably will.
I like that. See
Okay.
these answers I'm liking more and more. Truth with Texas. We're being friendly. We're getting friendly with Miss Lexy. You meow too.
I love meowing.
Let's get another card.
Okay. Oh, is this a romantic? No, this is
Ooh, we did the romantic. The club is the kinky one.
I thought we were already in the kinky
We're already
one.
all a little kinky. Okay.
Okay, what's the question?
Have you ever been attracted to your partner's best friend?
There was one that had a hot best friend. And actually, his girlfriend was the first girl I kissed.
So were you
He was cute, but like I wasn't into it. Like I said, I'm kind of like the one-eyed thing. Like I don't really see other
Did
guys.
you ever
like,
masturbate to any of your ex-boyfriend's friends?
No.
Not even
no.
afterwards?
I'm sorry. No.
Not even afterwards?
Nah, I always got the cuter one, so.
Did you ever fuck any of his friends after y'all were broken up?
No. Nope.
Good girl. Good
yeah, I'm
girl,
a good girl.
Lexy.
I'm a good girl. I'm a good naughty girl.
Do you sleep naked?
Sometimes, like I said, I like
Oh
to
yeah,
sleep
you like
in
the
clothes.
clothes. We're gonna change that from you.
Oh, I've tried.
I have
like
a
my
line coming out.
90s.
I have a line coming out myself that we're gonna get you a little bit more
Little
sexy.
silky 90s. I like.
I like the
I
little
definitely
like
have
you know,
my
the little
vibes.
like you know like tank top thing.
I was
and
wearing
little
that last
shorts.
night. I was wearing
They're
that
fun
last
because especially with the
night.
booty, you know, it'll perk it out.
It does. It was perking out. My boyfriend
You
was
didn't
like,
send me
"Oh,
pictures.
Maybe next time.
Maybe.
But my boyfriend
I
was like,
to
"That's
hear
cute.
yes.
You're getting sexy." I was like, "Yeah." If you want to see it, I'm pretty sure I'm posting
What's
photos
your
of those on my own.
biggest turn on?
Biggest turn on. The dirty talk that I can't even show you. I'm like
Are you
choking.
shy?
I guess so.
It's
But like I
when you're
really
pee
like
shy.
dirty talk.
From your man or you?
Both. If they're dirty talking, it's over. Game over. It's going down. It's going down.
Then you're immediately getting wet and coming.
yeah, like dirty talk. Like I want to be like just degrade me. Like I'm that type.
How many times do you think that you come per session? Are you a multiple comer or are you like one and done?
I fucking unlimited. Like
Unlimited?
Once it starts, it's just going.
You're like how I said about my virginity.
Are you like
Pringles. It's like once you stop
The
or
fun
once you
doesn't
pop,
stop.
you just can't stop.
Yeah, that's how I am.
The thing
Are
is
there
is-
girls that mostly like can just like come once or twice maybe or
I mean, I'm not one of
do
those,
you
so I
think?
don't really know. I think everybody's, it's different. And
Yeah.
then a lot of girls too, I feel like they're not comfortable with coming, which is weird. Why are you doing it if you're not coming? So they hold.
I remember having a hard
time. So
time.
they hold back. So
Yeah.
it's because it's mental, like you said. A lot of things for you is mental. I think so. That it's either like I'm not gonna let you get this.
That's interesting.
Which for me is like if I'm fucking,
We're
I'm going
coming
to come because what's the point of
times.
doing it? But I will say also, the more times I come, the more times my pussy gets dry. So it eliminates the times of the length of how long I could have sex. So I limit myself.
God,
it's
I
almost
can
like
go
strategically that I have to be like, not how, like, you know, how guys are like baseball. I don't think about baseball, but I'm like, oh, let's think about something else. So I don't come, but it still feels good. So I'm still fucking.
Okay. I'm going to try that out
Mind
a little
fuck.
bit more.
Yeah.
Like right when you're about to come, but like you're not, and then you go and you go.
Exactly, because it's like, I don't, because like, again, the first one, one and done. It'll be real quick.
And you're like squirting and like, are you
I
like
can
really wet?
squirt.
Or like,
I'm definitely naturally a wet person.
Yeah.
Like me making out with someone, I'm wet. Yeah,
Same.
like it's embarrassing wet.
Same.
If I'm wearing
and it gets
light
annoying,
colored
right?
pants,
So
it's
annoying.
done.
Yeah, you're like, let me go change my underwear 5 times.
Pretty much. I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't pee.
I feel like I had that through high school. Like I felt like I was overly wet, like growing up, and I didn't know if it was like natural or you know, like
natural.
if it was like a thing or not. But growing up, oh my god,
that just means you're natural or like you're a normal sexual person that like you're in tune with yourself. Because like the thing is like again with some people it's like it's taboo not to in some sense whatever. Where I'm like,
took a while
why?
to come and beginning like learning how and like what that was. Like I was like, fuck, I just want to I want to learn. I want to know how. And
you're like,
took me a while.
Just go everywhere.
Yeah, but like like I said, like coming like once you
like
go
squirting
once,
is a talent. Not every woman has it. That's what I'm saying. I think when some people like porn is like a great thing and it could be a bad thing. I feel like it's a great thing to like show and be knowledgeable to people, but then certain people think that that's how everyone
it's supposed to be,
but not supposed to be, but every woman is. And it's not necessarily like that. Some women can be like that if you unlock that sexual.
That's interesting.
Part.
See, I've never.
But not
been there.
every man has made me squirt. Can I squirt? Yes, but not everyone makes.
Where was your first time? Like, how was that? How did you know, or like what?
Well,
was
it
that?
was a movie that was supposed to be for squirting.
Really? Mm-hmm. So you're just like, let me do this, even though I don't know if I do or not.
Well, I like okay. So in the beginning of porn, they like you do like a go see, right? You go and like you tell these people what you want to do or what you're capable of doing, whatever. So I got approached from this company that was like, it's a squirting movie. And I'm like, I've never done it before. They're like, trust me, this person makes everyone squirt.
No fucking way.
I'm like, okay, cool. I'm telling you out the gate,
shocked.
I don't do it.
Yeah.
So I did the squirting movie, who actually ended up being my ex-husband.
Oh,
Whatever.
okay.
But
oh my God, so funny.
Squirting,
You're like, wow.
Squirting apparently worked for a couple years, but and then I got divorced. But
damn, how did he know? So he just know, like, what is it? Like, how do you know that you're doing it?
It's like a technique. And that's the thing is like, I've made girls squirt now knowing what the technique of is because it's all science. If you think about it, everybody's body, it's, you know, we're all different, but you'll figure it out. We're the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so it's like, it's a technique of knowing and being dedicated to what you're doing. And so it's just, it can happen.
Interesting. Okay.
But again, it also,
I don't know if I like
but it also
to
relies on the woman who's, you know, doing it to really like be
comfortable,
loose in a sense of like being relaxed, I guess. Relaxed is the question, because a lot of people, when they do it, they're like, oh, I don't know what this feeling is because I've never felt it. And you tense up.
Yeah.
And it almost feels literally like you're about to pee, like you have to pee so bad.
That's what everyone says.
And then you do it, but it's not pee. And it's
amazing.
Great. You know?
It freaks me out, like having like the wet bed everywhere. I'm like,
see, well, you don't ever do it in your bed. You do it in like hotels where there's another bed there. So you have an optional bed to go over. Like you gotta like, it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that I'm saying like I squirt every day. No, I'm not trying to change the sheet that, you know.
I get that. That's where I'm at.
No thanks. All right. Are we ready? Boop. Ooh, spades. Here at Private Talk, that's my favorite one because it's naughty, but we're all a little naughty.
Okay.
Naughty. What can I ask you that's naughty? What's your weirdest sexual experience?
Weirdest.
I want the truth.
Don't make me do it again.
Damn. Okay. Weirdest.
Something made you feel uncomfortable. Maybe something was the first time.
Well, let's talk about the really small dick scenario.
Okay, small dicks. Let's talk about them.
So, like, I was talking to somebody and I liked him, and then, like, you know, we were getting little comfortable with each other. And I went down and I felt it. And I was like, oh,
disappointed.
no. It was
So you
like
just felt it
super
through the
skinny pencil
jeans?
dick. Like, no, I touched it. It literally, I had to like hide my reaction. I had to catch myself because I was like,
You caught your face being like,
I was like, oh my God. And then I was already soaking wet. Right. And I was like excited. And I was like, oh my God, no. And so I went to the bathroom and I was like, there's no way. There's no fucking way. I wiped myself and I was like, I gotta go. Like, oh my God, like we're doing too much. You know, you're like, oh, like I don't want to like do it right now.
I'm not that girl. I've never said, no, I'm not going to do this right now.
No, I said, absolutely not. I'm going. And I left and I never talked to him again.
See, I don't like people in general, so it takes me a long time to get to that situation. Now, I have had little dicks on camera, which you can't do anything about really, but
yeah. But yeah, I ran from it and that was weird. It was weird for me because I was like shocked. I was like, whoa.
Did you just like curb and ghost his phone calls after? Because you know he texted me like, what happened? Like, can we have another time?
Yeah, and then he had a girlfriend and that's all I could think about was like, she know? Oh, she knows.
See, that's the problem is like, once you know the girlfriend thing, I can't fuck with you. Like, I don't, like, you may be a slime bag, but I can't deal with your situation too because I feel like it's my situation and I'm guilty.
No, I'll never mess with anybody like that. But like the fact, I just like every time I saw them together, I was just like, oh, poor girl. But like, obviously she might like it. Like, if it's not getting I don't know.
Down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some girls don't like big dicks or like dick in general. I feel like
true.
some girls will be like, oh, I give a blowjob once a year. Who the fuck does that?
Damn, that's crazy.
That's sad. I enjoy giving blowjobs, and that's
too.
just sad.
It's very normal.
Sad. Everyone out there, private talk, you should be giving a blowjob
Please
once
do.
Once a day is a remedy for Miss Texas. Because if
day.
not,
what do you
you're
think?
trying it. Let me find out you're not sucking dick, private talk.
You guys, you got to satisfy your man. They love it.
All right, the last one is diamonds.
Okay. I feel like that's, I was going to say, I feel like that's probably a spicy one.
Spicy mamacita. All right, how many people have you slept with?
Do people really like, I guess people do blurt there's no fucking way I'm answering this question. I will say,
why?
I'll give you a
You're talking to a porn star here. I'm not
can't.
judging you. I don't care.
The world is going to judge me.
Fuck the world. We love each other. We love everybody. Fuck, it's 2020. Nothing else can get worse than this. Then when knowing your sexual history of men count, women included.
I'll just say it won't fit on one, or it won't fit on two hands. That's where
your hands and toes?
Around there. I'm going to say around something.
Minus a pinky.
Yeah.
Minus a pinky.
There you go. How many of you fucked?
I don't even know because I've been in porn. Well, honestly,
how many do you think?
This is the thing.
Do you have any idea?
With porn, like people think like, oh, you fuck so many people. It's really not. It's like I fuck a certain amount of people multiple times because there's not a lot of performers in the industry. Like there is, but there's not. Like once you're in, like you know, it's like.
So I may have been with more than you. Who knows?
Yes, this is why I asked the question. Maybe. Because most people, they're like, oh my God, you've been in porn, you're a whore. Okay, maybe you call me what you want. But everybody, it's to each his own. It's about, you know, us.
I can tell you I've had my handful and my share.
Understanding each other, but also knowing that no one, either one of us is better than each other. Like we're all just people. We have talents. We like to twerk. We like to fucking have fun.
Maybe one day I'll put my number out.
We like to do out there.
We'll see.
What I gotta get you to
I think I've definitely slept with more people than my boyfriend has, for sure. Like probably double.
But I don't think that would be a game changer for your boyfriend.
Oh, he's so special.
That's what I'm saying. The way that you talk about him,
no,
I think that
he's
it's
very
like a, you know,
open. I feel like I'm experienced, and I think he appreciates that.
So oral sex, sloppy or clean?
Both.
You like it?
I started getting like it was clean at first, and I was like, guys like it more sloppy.
You like to like gag and like, you know, spit. Swallow.
Who gags? I don't gag.
You like fake gag to make them feel good.
Yeah.
You make them feel good about it. You're like, it's not big. You hit the back of my throat.
I'm dead.
Have you ever used a toy during sex?
Yeah. I like using toys.
What's your favorite one?
I would say just on the clit, probably something that vibrates extremely hard. I'm more of a
do you have a clitoral
less
stimulation?
penetration, more pressure.
So me, I'm more clitoral stimulation than I am penetrating if it's not a dick.
I like pressure. Does that make sense?
But pressure in what? Like your
on
clit?
My clit, I guess. Yeah.
Well, then,
pressure outside.
Well, then
not
yeah. So then your clitoral
in.
stimulation. So for me, like my best friend is a Hitachi. I call him Bob. Hitachi is like a massage wander, but it's like the most glorified. If you don't have one, I'll change. It's gonna change your world.
Send me one.
I'll send you one. I'll gift you one. You know, holidays are on this season. You know, I'm
the gift of that always gives.
As long as you talk about me on your OnlyFans about while you use it.
Oh shit! Maybe we'll have a conversation.
Hey, let's talk about it.
But does it do both?
But no, it's only clitoral.
Okay.
So it's literally like, it's really meant to be a massage wand for your back and everything else, but it's a vibrator. So for me, if I'm gonna like fuck myself, I'd only like to have clitoral stimulation. So a bullet or like something on top of my clit.
I think I'm a little more like
for
that.
me, like the older I've gotten, I mean, it's not that I don't like toys inside of me, but if I'm having something inside of me, I want it to be a dick.
You know what freaks me out is fingers inside of me. I don't like fingers inside of me. Sometimes it's just
guys.
I don't like one finger. I need it to like a couple fingers. I need more. The one finger thing is weird for me.
It's too small for you. It's a fist. Have you ever been fisted?
No.
That was a conversation we had in one episode. You know, I have to ask because the way that they talked about fisting, every girl.
A lot of people have. You think?
I don't think a lot of people have, but this particular guest, he said that he fisted every woman that he had been sexually encountered with.
That's interesting. Was he a porn star?
Nah, not at all.
Interesting.
Not at all.
Who is he? I mean, he's on the show.
You'll have to watch the episode.
Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna text you later.
You will.
I'm curious. But that's a lot.
Because we talked about fetishes, and then we talked about whatever, and so that was like his fetish.
Doesn't it just make your vagina like?
Well, the thing is it's also about the technique. So I said, for me personally, like I had one.
You have to go in first. So and then
I fisted somebody, but it was really sad as I don't know if it was her ass or her pussy, but I want to say it was her ass. But
fuck, I'm shook. Fuck, I'm so shook. Oh God, a lot of things just went in my mind, and like I smelled things that I didn't want to smell. And I can't really smell that much right now. Fuck! How did I know?
Well, it was
eyes closed.
No,
like
it was just a scene so long ago I don't remember, and that's why I'm saying it sounds worse than it is because I'm saying that I don't remember. But there's some partners that I've worked with that I don't remember either.
I get it.
You know,
you worked a lot. You're a hard worker.
You know, when you say you worked a lot, that's kind of a shade.
No.
Well, you worked a lot with a lot of people, but
stop. You're a professional, okay?
Sexual.
You know how to do your
sexual athlete in the house.
I need some fucking tips.
Hey, next time we hang out, well, I'll show you some tips. We'll do some twerking.
Okay.
We'll have some XL condoms around us.
Oh my God, just for inspo.
I love inspo. So you completed Truth with Texas. Is there any?
I'm sweating over here, you guys. I've never sweated so much in an interview in my life.
Do you need to take something off? So is there any question that you have for Miss Texas?
Dang, I know. I'm oh God. So
now I've made you so flabbergasted.
I'd love to know. When you grew up, what did you want to do officially? Did you have any aspirations? Or you were like, I want to do this, or kind of you just fell into whatever you were doing?
So I never grew up and was like, yeah, I want to be a porn star. That wasn't my aspiration.
Okay.
It's something that kind of fell into my life. It was just kind of like the right time, right place kind of thing.
But what about growing up?
For me, growing up, like ultimately overall, I wanted to be a lawyer, a social worker. Like I've always wanted to be in like those kind of fields, a nurse at one time. I've always been like a helping kind of thing. Like I'm a nurturer by choice. One orgasm at a time. Yes, I do. I agree. Young lady.
Yes, I know.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was like that aspect. The older that I got and in the choices that I made, certain things just added up and some things didn't. So for me, it was like, you know, I went to college, I did all that route, whatever. But for me, I saw more. I didn't know what more meant at the time, but I always like from early on, I was like, people are going to know my name. People are going to have my name in their mouth. I didn't know why. I didn't know how. I didn't know any of those things, but I knew that there was more to me because I'm from a town of 2,200 people. I just knew that there was more than me staying there for the rest of my life. And not that it's a bad thing because those people are, you know, great in their own lives and those things. But for me,
boring.
Personally,
there's a lot of world out there, you guys.
I just couldn't. There was just things I wanted to see, people that I wanted to meet, like, and not even that it was a particular type. It was just things I wanted to do that I knew in that time it wasn't the place.
Yes, very people. I am. You like people. You'll talk to people or no? Is it like,
so
I'm kind of like that.
I don't like people, but I like people. So that sounds very like cliche. So I like people when I'm comfortable in my environment. I like to assess the situation first, and then
you're attentive,
and
like
then,
yes. You'll.
I'm very perceptive. I'm very observant. Very like aware of what's going on in that situation. But I also can remove myself if I know that it's not warranted or like if it's not reciprocated.
That's healthy.
So for me, it's very like. I am intuitive too much that sometimes that I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done.
Well, that's good. It's hard to be intuitive like that. Parents, what'd your parents think when they, like, how did your parents find out that you were a porn star?
My parents found out because I told them, because I knew that I wanted them to hear it from me before they heard it from an outside source.
How long did it take for you to like tell them about it?
I was probably in the business I'll say a healthy 6 months.
And you weren't afraid of them finding out before?
So my mother is very conservative, so I knew my mom didn't watch porn. Mm-hmm. My father, on the other hand, I told him sooner because I knew that he was not.
Really?
And he was very...
He would find you, you're like...
Yeah, and I didn't want that. So my dad was the first person I literally told, and I was like...
What did he say?
I was like, so the conversation, I literally can picture it where I was... where like how it happened, like Shit. I could see, like, because like
were you nervous?
I was, because I'm a daddy's girl. Okay. And like my dad's approval was a lot, or like acceptance was a very heavily influenced by myself, that if he didn't accept it, then I don't know what I would have done, even though I was okay with what I did.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Got you.
So when I told him, I was like, I gotta tell you something, and he's like, okay, what?
What did he think you did first before you said that? Like, what were you doing?
At the time, I was in college.
Okay.
So nobody knew. This was before I moved to California. I was in San Marcos, Texas, when I told him. I was on a bridge. I don't know which one at the time.
One-on-one?
Like, no, it was on the phone, because my dad lives in Florida. Uh-huh. So I remember being, like I said, I could picture the bridge that I was on, or the turning point when I was talking to him on the phone. And I was like, I got to tell you something. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I did a porn. And I just said it. I blurted it out. He's like, what do you mean you did a porn? And I was like, well, I did a porn. And I was like,
I did a porn.
And he was
like, it is what it is.
Well, what, I mean, are you doing porn, or like what it is? And I was like, I did a scene. I did a thing for a reality porn thing. It was for Shane's World. I was like, at the time, I don't really remember that part of like how the in-depth, I was like, I don't know if I was already convinced in my mind that I was going to turn the route that I was going to do porn, or if it was a one-off, because at that time reality porn was a big thing, and that was one of the first types of things of reality porn that was going on. So, but at the time as well, it was for a DVD company and not an internet company. So DVD takes a lot longer for processing and like to editing and like getting all those things done. Yeah. For as an internet company, you do that scene, the next week you're up.
Yeah.
So I had already done that scene, and then I went and did to Florida, and I did Bang Bros, and literally like that scene went out first. So people thought that that's what was the first scene, which it really wasn't.
Interesting. That matters to you though, right?
True, to a point, because it was just like, I didn't know what that world was opening up. And it was just literally a rapid fire after that, because it was like, it was already out there. And then it was like, I was a bartender at the time in college. So people were coming up to me, was like, like I know a bartender that used to be, or that's now a porn star, to insinuate, to like get under my skin, that they knew what I was doing. And I was like, well, obviously
very overwhelming.
You watch porn, and if you want to tell me something, then tell me what you want to say. If not, what you want. And like, I literally almost fought somebody across the bar, because I was like, if you want something,
like, you're literally watching me.
And the girl was actually my roommate at the time, who owed me money, who was a hater at the time. Mm-hmm. And she was the one who told all my friends. And I was like, so she and one of her friends came to my bar that I worked at, and was like, I heard you did porn. I was like, okay, first of all, we got problems. You can talk to me about what you want to talk about, or you can talk about what you want to say. But I know that you fucked more men than I have at this point in time, than I have ever done, and consciously known that I did porn, and I got tested and did all these things the right way. So come at me.
Yeah.
So again, I never had a qualm of what I did, because sex wasn't a bad thing or like a sacred thing to me at the time. And not in a bad way, like, or the sacred part, but it was like, that's how I expressed myself as art.
Yeah.
And sex to me was art.
So your dad, what was his reaction?
He was like, is that what you really want to do? And I said, yeah, I'm comfortable doing it. I was like, nobody's forcing me. I'm not on drugs. I'm not doing whatever. I was like, this is what I want to do and this is how I express myself. He said, if that's what you want to do, then I support you.
Aww.
I'm good.
Wow, what
so
a blessing,
I told
right?
him
You're
1,010%. Because
like,
for me, at that time, I was like, if he's good with it, then that's all I really care. Then I went to the next thing was my mom and my sisters and whatever, and I have nieces and nephews. So my biggest thing was like, they're not going to let me be a part of their life. And you know, and it was struggles. I'm not saying that, you know, because people judge you whatever you do, but always in the sexual or adult industry, they judge me even more. So it was like, how do you really like cope and deal with it?
Yeah.
Especially
with kids
for me,
and stuff,
I was just honest.
It's probably complicated.
And in everyone in my family, I will say like, you know, graciously, I'm very, I have gratitude to my family that they've never shunned me, never made me feel different or a part of anything. Important. And having that backbone behind me, I didn't care what anyone else said about me. Because if my family was okay with it, I could lay my head every single night and be okay with what I did because it was my choice. It wasn't anybody else's choice, but my own.
That's so
and you know
true.
what I mean? And that's just what it is.
I love that your family was like that.
I don't wish bad upon anybody. Everybody's, you know, to each his own is my motto. If what works for you and your lane, then that's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to condition you to be a certain way if that's not you.
Amen to that.
And that's just what it is.
Amen to that. I think it's very important, artists having very supportive parents. Like your parents can affect you a so much. Network. Like if you're a parent out there, like, and you have an artist, daughter, or son, like be supportive. Like it's mental health. Like it's really important to be supportive of
1,000.
You know, what they want to do.
I appreciate you so much, Lexy. Thank you for coming on Private Talk. Please plug your social media where we can find you, where we can support you.
All right, Lexy Panterra. That's Lexy with a Y. Don't get it twisted. And then Panterra with 2 R's. Also, twerk out on Instagram. And all my baddie merch is baddieuniverse.bu. And go to virginlex.com. And if you want to subscribe to my OnlyFans, it's free. And it's Lexy Panterra Twerk. And I post about it all the time on my social, so you'll see it there. No problem. Yeah, you'll find me.
Amazing. Well, I hope we can collab with our big booties together.
I want
It'll be amazing. I know Private Talk would love it.
That's coming for sure.
For sure. Thanks for tuning in, Private Talk. Make sure you like and subscribe to this episode. And until next time.
Don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe. Mwah.